You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You're gonna see.
We'll
you
see.
know it.
We'll see.
We're gonna see.
Lights, cameras, tension. This one's about to break the internet. During the second stop of the Canelo versus Crawford press tour in New York, right in front of UFC boss Dana White, Floyd Mayweather stepped into the spotlight and threw mental hands at Canelo Alvarez. As the press conference wrapped, both champions squared off. Canelo, just off a dominant win over William Skull, stepped up and shoved Terrence Crawford, no warning, all heat. Dana White moved in fast, but Canelo wasn't backing down. That fiery push made headlines. Two alpha fighters, face-to-face, erupted on stage. But here's the twist. Caught between them stood Floyd Mayweather, and moments later, he dropped a verbal bomb. He didn't just spectate. He used that moment to call out Canelo. Easy work, he said. Translation? Floyd thinks Canelo's fame has gone to his head. That scuffle? It perhaps showed Canelo's swagger has tipped into arrogance, and many pros are siding with Floyd.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's going to knock out Crawford? I would pick Terrence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't going to tell you why I would pick Terrence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
That press conference moment was electric. No stage smiles, no crowd filler, just pure boxing pulse. Canelo shoved Crawford, security and Dana White rushed in, and the world saw raw aggression. From the first clash to the aftershock, you felt the tension surge.
Turkey, you need to put a small ring, the smaller ring in the...
The only, hey Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head too.
Crawford hadn't started it. Canelo did, but maybe he felt overlooked in the hype cycle. Pushes like that drop invisible emotional bombs. Crawford, unflinching, just stared him down. You could hear the collective gasp through screens.
I'm hunting him. That's it. I'm hunting everything that he got. And I'm going to take it come September 13th. I want all the people in the stands that booed me, they're going to cry when they go home. They're gonna cry.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Remember, Floyd has history with Canelo. He beat him handily in 2013's The One, taking every round and handing Canelo a wake-up call. Floyd's words now weren't just hype, they carried weight. He's saying, I know what unchecked confidence looks like, and it ends badly.
Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts, and the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights, and to tell you the truth, I was over the hill.
10 years ago, a young, undefeated 23-year-old Canelo walked into Floyd's ring thinking he had a chance. He did not. Floyd boxed circles around him at a catch weight of 152 pounds, earning $41.5 million in the process.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
That dominance still echoes. Floyd has used that film as a masterclass in self-defense and counterpunching ever since.
I got my own defense, man. That's the Mayweather. I got my own style in boxing. That's the Floyd Mayweather style. My dad taught me the shoulder roll. But the thing is this, I don't care, and I'm not talking about my dad. I don't care who done it first. It's mine because I mastered it. So anytime somebody said it, the Philly shell. I love, my thing is this, I love Philadelphia, you know? I love the city of brotherly love. I love all the fighters. At the end of the day, that's the Mayweather defense.
Canelo left that fight embarrassed, but determined. He rebuilt himself from 154 up to 168, stacking titles and becoming undisputed. But he's never moved past that loss. The weight difference, the mental shell shock. Floyd stomped both.
Does this fight top Mayweather's 2013 win over Canelo in legacy? Meaning, is Floyd's win over Canelo greater than Crawford's win over Canelo? Because this version of Canelo is obviously a better version. Now, when I say better, I mean more accomplished. Obviously, there's going to be people that say that Crawford is getting the older version of Canelo, slower version of Canelo, like you said, silk sheets, but he's still more accomplished, right? Like when Floyd fought him, people said that was a quote-unquote green Canelo.
I don't think it would be better. The only way this would be better is if Bud gets a stoppage. We've never seen Canelo stop. Now, if Bud go in there and he got Canelo wobbly, Bambi legs, drop him a couple times, then yeah. If he do him like Spence, yeah. But if he just outpoint Canelo, then somehow the judges give it to him, no.
Fast forward to today. Floyd sees shades of that 2013 Canelo in his younger, bolder version. And he's warning everyone, easy work isn't praise. It's a threat masked in calm.
You got Bud Crawford and Canelo. They're slated to fight in September.
It's going to be an interesting fight. Honestly, it's kind of 50-50 in my opinion. Obviously, Canelo's got the weight and natural size advantage, but Bud's very technically skilled and sharp. Yeah. So it's going to be a good fight.
Crawford versus Canelo is instantly one of the most monumental fights of this generation. Legendary records, full resumes, no placeholders. Crawford is a 4-division champ, stepping up to 168. 2 weight classes above his 147-pound welterweight reign.
Terrence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terrence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terrence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terrence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
That NYC press tour leg emphasized that this isn't a good vibes press cycle. It's cutthroat. Canelo's shove changed everything. Instead of stage confidence, he brought confrontation. Security rushed in. Dana White dove in. Cameras flashed as tension brewed.
Canelo, what did you think about the shove in that moment that happened on stage?
Oh. I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
I'm gonna train so hard.
When Floyd says something is easy work, he's not underestimating just Crawford. He's throwing a gauntlet at Canelo. He thinks a hard-nosed, smart, double-weight champ like Crawford could expose Canelo's overconfidence.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Floyd's also tapping into leverage. He doesn't want Canelo to become too big, too untouchable and hype. Floyd's legacy thrives when true skill claps loudest, and he wants to remain the top of that mountain.
I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Floyd's 2013 dominance planted seeds that replay today. Canelo talks about how 2013 was unfair punishment, how he was outmatched. Floyd laughed it off as a clinic. Since then, Canelo's career skyrocketed, but he's never shaken that date.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Crawford's been calm, collected, and motivated by Canelo's shove. He saw it as fuel, not fear. Let's talk about what this really means for Bud Crawford. This isn't just a jump in weight. It's a leap into the lion's den. Canelo has been fighting killers at 168 and even at 175. His power is different. Just ask Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, or even Sergey Kovalev.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terrence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Crawford, on the other hand, started at 135 pounds. Let that sink in. He's going up 3 full divisions from his lightweight days. A lot of pros are worried for him. Some are wondering what happens when he takes a clean Canelo shot to the ribs or the chin. This ain't Spence. This ain't Porter. This is Canelo, the face of Mexican boxing with knockout power in both hands.
It is my biggest concern when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford when people, for some reason, keep mistakenly comparing him to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to being an elusive fighter. Terrence Crawford and Boots Ennis has a similar approach to boxing. They are boxer punchers, and it's because Terrence Crawford was too big and too strong for most of the opponents. He was too athletic too. Foot speed, hand speed, just too accurate. Physically, probably the best athlete in the boxing world. He does the same thing, which is why he's been dropped, which is why he's been rocked, which is why he gets hit a lot with consecutive punches. You saw him against Madrigal, you saw him against David Knees. You saw the type of punches he was getting landed on from Showtime Sean Porter, right? Because he's used to bullying cats. And that's what I'm concerned about with him versus Canelo Alvarez.
Rolly Romero had some strong emotions regarding this matchup. Andre Ward, on the other hand, believes Crawford has what it takes to beat Canelo. And here's the twist. Crawford has done this before. Every time he moves up, people say he's too small. And every single time, he dominates.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
He didn't just beat Spence, he embarrassed him. Made it look like a sparring session. And now Crawford is bigger, stronger, and more dangerous than ever. So the question is, will that skill and IQ translate to 168? Or will the weight finally be too much? And not to mention, there's a whole argument on Crawford not having the same level or resume as Canelo, which could have a direct impact on how this fight plays out. Let's circle back to Floyd. This is Floyd-style marketing genius. Enter as mentor, morph into manager of shadow, then step in mid-show to provoke reactions. He may never lace gloves again, but he's shaping fights from behind the curtain.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
He's building narrative. He's selling tension. And he knows that fights like Crawford versus Canelo don't sell on record. They sell on emotion. He's still a business mastermind. Canelo risks overconfidence. Crawford risks taking big power from an older but still elite fighter. Floyd risks nothing, except maybe letting his legacy ride on the underdog stealing spotlight. But for fans, we're about to see fireworks. The 13th of September, Netflix, Allegiant Stadium, it's all lining up to be a defining moment in modern boxing.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel
of
big.
course, yeah. I like Terrence. But I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terrence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terrence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Floyd might not just be taunting Canelo for show. There's a real possibility he's planting seeds for a rematch. Sounds wild, right? But think about it. Floyd already beat Canelo once, and in dominant fashion. He schooled him when Canelo was the hungry young lion. And now, with Mayweather still training, still active in exhibitions, and still hungry to prove he runs the sport, the idea of a comeback isn't off the table.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If Floyd sees the buzz, the money, the revenge narrative, he might just cash in. A rematch with Canelo wouldn't just sell, it would shake the sport. And Floyd knows that.
Were you getting frustrated like in the ring?
Yeah, very much. With him, yeah. I try to hit so hard him and try to knock out him. And when you don't catch him and you miss a lot of punches, that's hard.
Yeah.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.